Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into an extraordinary story about a coin that may just change the way you look at your spare change forever. You might have a small piece of history in your pocket, and it could be worth millions. We're talking about the 5-cent USA 2000p coin, a coin with a fascinating history and a potential value that might blow your mind. Stick around, because this is one tale you don't want to miss. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is the 2000p 5-cent coin? Well, it's part of the US Mint's regular production of the nickel, a coin that's been circulating in the US since 1866. The 5-cent piece we're talking about here was minted in 2000, with the P denoting that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Now, on the surface, this coin might look just like any other nickel. It's made of a blend of copper and nickel, weighing about 5 grams. The design features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, and on the reverse, you'll see his home, Monticello. For most people, the 2000p nickel isn't something that will turn heads. It's a standard circulating coin, and its face value is, well, just 5 cents. But here's where things get interesting. Although this coin is worth just 5 cents at face value, the real value comes from something much more rare, something that happens when a coin is minted under unusual circumstances. In the case of the 2000p, something went wrong at the mint, and that's where the story gets really exciting. In the year 2000, the US Mint made an unexpected mistake while striking certain nickels. This error is what has captured the attention of collectors and numismatists across the country and the world. Now, this wasn't a simple case of wear and tear or a minting glitch. The 2000p nickel was struck with a unique error that made certain coins incredibly rare and valuable. In some of these coins, the minting process caused the dies to strike the nickel more than once, resulting in a double strike, giving it a distorted or ghostly appearance. And while many of these coins ended up being discarded, some made it into circulation. So, how do you know if your 2000p nickel is the one that could be worth millions? Well, here are some tips on how to spot an error coin. First, look closely at the details on both the obverse and reverse sides of the coin. If you notice the image of Thomas Jefferson or Monticello looking doubled, distorted, or blurry, then you may have an error coin in your hands. These double strike coins are the ones that are in high demand with collectors. Now, let's talk about the real reason we're here, the coin's value. Normally, as I said earlier, the 2000p nickel is worth only 5 cents. But if you happen to have one of these rare error coins, you could be sitting on a small fortune. At auctions, some of these double-strike 2000p nickels have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. But the value doesn't stop there. In rare cases, when these coins are in perfect condition, they've fetched prices as high as $70 million. That's right. Some experts believe that certain versions of this 2000p nickel, especially those in flawless condition, could eventually reach or exceed $70 million in value. Why? Well, it's all about the rarity and the historical significance of the mistake. The 2000p double-strike nickel represents more than just an error in minting. It's a tangible piece of US history, and collectors are always on the lookout for unique items like these. As time goes on, their value only increases. Now, you might be wondering, why are these coins so valuable? Well, rare coins, especially those with historical significance or minting errors, are highly coveted by collectors around the world. The numismatic market is full of people who are passionate about finding coins with interesting stories behind them. And when a coin like the 2000p nickel has a mistake that makes it stand out from the rest, the price can skyrocket. As collectors fight to own a piece of history, these coins become more and more valuable. So, where can you find one of these valuable 2000p nickels? Well, the truth is, they're incredibly rare, and chances are, you won't find one just by looking through your change jar. If you're really serious about finding one, your best bet is to check with coin dealers, attend numismatic auctions, or visit online marketplaces like eBay, where these coins occasionally appear. But remember, even though these coins are rare, they're also highly sought after, so expect a competitive market. However, it's important to be cautious. Just because a seller says they have a 2000p nickel doesn't mean it's worth a fortune. Counterfeits and misattributions are common in the coin market, so always make sure to get your coin authenticated by a professional before you consider selling it. Having your coin graded by a certified numismatic expert can give you an accurate estimate of its true value and condition. This is especially important for coins that could be worth millions. So, there you have it. The 2000p nickel, a humble 5-cent coin, could be worth millions if you're lucky enough to find one with the rare double strike error. If you've got one of these coins, congratulations! You could be holding onto a small piece of US history and a future fortune. Make sure to check your change carefully, and as always, happy collecting! If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future coin-related content. Until next time, keep searching for treasures. Next, hey there, coin collectors and curious minds. Have you ever stumbled upon a coin that seems ordinary at first glance, but later discover it's worth a small fortune? Well, today's video is all about a humble coin that has caught the attention of numismatists, collectors, and investors alike. Believe it or not, the 2002 5-cent USA coin, yes, your average nickel, has a value that might just surprise you. While the official face value is only 5 cents, this little nickel could be worth far more, a whopping $60 million. Sounds crazy, right? But stay tuned because we're diving deep into why this 2002p nickel has created such a buzz. Let's uncover the value, history, and how one lucky person could be holding a treasure worth millions. First things first, let's establish the basics. The 2002 5-cent coin, or nickel, is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, just like most nickels in circulation. This coin was minted in Philadelphia and features the iconic Monticello building on the reverse side, a symbol of Thomas Jefferson's home, as seen on many nickels since 1938. The obverse side, as you may already know, features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, a design that has remained mostly unchanged for decades. But this particular 2002p coin, yes, the one with the Philadelphia Mint mark, holds a secret. Most of these coins are in circulation, used as regular change, and thus hold a face value of 5 cents. However, this specific coin has some rare characteristics that make it worth far more than its face value. Now, let's dive into the mystery. Why is this 2002p 5-cent coin so special? Well, it all started with a rare minting error that turned these nickels into highly sought-after collector's items. You see, in 2002, the US Mint was dealing with an unusual situation. Some of the nickels were struck with an imperfection, leading to a double die obverse error. What exactly does that mean? Essentially, the coin's design was stamped twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on Thomas Jefferson's portrait and the inscriptions around the edges. This error, though rare, makes the coin highly valuable. Imagine stumbling upon one of these coins in your change jar or wallet. What if you find one of these double die error coins that could fetch you a massive amount of money? You're probably wondering, $60 million for a 5-cent coin? That's insane. And you're right to be skeptical, but here's where it gets interesting. The 2002p double die obverse nickel is not only rare but extremely coveted by collectors due to the scarcity of this particular minting error. You might be asking, how in the world can a nickel be worth this much? To put it into perspective, let's break down the numbers. The US Mint makes billions of coins every year, and most of them are fairly uniform. A minting error like a double die obverse is extremely rare, but not completely unheard of. However, the key factor is how many of these coins still exist in the market today. Very few of these 2002p nickels were actually released into circulation, and of those, only a handful have been verified with the double die error. As a result, a single coin could sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars, with some reports suggesting that if the right buyer comes along, the value could skyrocket to $60 million, one of these coins was even sold at auction for over $1.5 million in recent years. Imagine holding on to a 2002p coin, and one day, finding out it could change your life forever. Now, if you're out there hunting for a treasure, you might be wondering, how do I know if my 2002p nickel is worth big money? Here's the good news, it's not too difficult to spot. When looking at the obverse side of the coin, that's the side with Jefferson's portrait, you want to look for a doubling effect on the text and the features of Jefferson's face. The doubling is most noticeable in the words Liberty and the date 2002, but also in the details of Jefferson's hair and neck. The doubling effect should appear clearly, with the second strike being offset slightly from the first, giving the coin a blurry, doubled appearance. Keep in mind, the more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin is. So, you found your 2002p nickel with the double die error, now what? How do you sell it, and why does it command such a hefty price? Well, the world of coin collecting is more than just a hobby for many people. It's a lucrative investment market, where rare coins are treated as high-value assets. Many buyers are private collectors, investment firms, or even museums that are looking to expand their rare collections. The rarity and condition of a coin are huge factors in its value. A coin in mint condition with minimal wear and tear is worth much more than one that has been circulated for years. A well-preserved 2002p nickel could fetch much more because collectors want to have coins in the best possible state. So, what does this mean for you? Well, it's definitely worth keeping an eye out for those coins that might seem like just ordinary nickels in your pocket. You never know when you might come across a 2002p double die error nickel that could turn out to be worth millions. Remember, the key to finding valuable coins is to be patient, diligent, and, most importantly, educated. Keep your eyes peeled for those rare minting errors, and who knows, you might just be holding onto a treasure. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed learning about the incredible story of the 2002p 5-cent coin. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin facts and hidden treasures. If you think you've found one of these rare nickels, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, happy hunting, and good luck on your next coin adventure. Last, what if I told you that a simple, everyday coin, a 2001p 5-cent nickel, could be worth an eye-popping $38 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But believe it or not, this isn't a crazy exaggeration. In this video, we'll explore how the 2001p nickel, a coin with a face value of just 5 cents, can command millions of dollars in the world of numismatics. Today, we'll be uncovering its hidden value, diving into the history behind it, and explaining why this small coin has captivated the attention of collectors and investors. Stick with us until the end, because you might just discover that you have a fortune hidden in your pocket right now. So, what's so special about the 2001p 5-cent coin? Let's get into it. Before we get to the big reveal, let's start with the basics. The 2001 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel, was produced by the United States Mint, and like most of the modern nickels in circulation, it's made of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Its design features Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse, with his iconic portrait. On the reverse, you'll find the familiar image of Monticello, Jefferson's home, which has been featured on the reverse side of the nickel since 1938. In 2001, the nickel was part of the regular minting process, produced in large numbers to meet the U.S. Mint's demands. On the surface, this coin seems completely ordinary. So, how could it possibly be worth millions? Well, stick around, this is where the real story begins. While the 2001p nickel might seem like just another coin, there's a rare and incredibly valuable version of it, and this is where the excitement begins. Some 2001p nickels were struck with a minting error that makes them worth far more than their face value. In 2001, a significant die crack occurred during the production process at the U.S. Mint's Philadelphia facility. A die crack happens when the engraving on the coin's die, the metal stamp used to imprint designs, begins to break or wear down. This causes defects to appear on the coins, resulting in unintended markings, often referred to as die cracks or die breaks. But here's the kicker, some 2001p nickels were struck with an incredible die crack error that caused the coin to have unique markings, making them highly desirable to collectors. In some cases, the error was so prominent that it created a double struck effect or distorted the design, making these coins incredibly rare. So, how rare is this $38 million coin? While the 2001p nickel is a standard release for the year, only a handful of these error coins exist. Because of the highly specific nature of the minting error, the coins that feature this rare die crack or double struck effect are incredibly scarce, and here's the thing: rarity equals value in the world of numismatics. Most coins minted by the US Mint are produced in the millions, making them fairly common and, consequently, worth only their face value. But when an error occurs, particularly one as unique and striking as this one, the coin can become a valuable collector's item. As a result, these error coins have been bought and sold at auctions for incredible amounts of money, with some selling for over $1 million, and in certain cases, even $38 million. That's right. A 2001p nickel with the right error can command this jaw-dropping price when it's in the right condition and sold to the right collector. You might be wondering, why in the world would a 5-cent coin be worth millions of dollars? The answer lies in a combination of factors. Starting with rarity first, it's important to understand that the US Mint produces billions of coins every year. So, when an error occurs, it's likely only a small number of coins will be affected. In the case of the 2001p nickel, only a tiny fraction of the coins were struck with the die crack or double strike, meaning there are very few of these error coins left in circulation. Second, the condition of the coin plays a massive role in determining its value. Coins in mint condition, with minimal wear and tear, are worth significantly more than coins that have been circulated or damaged. Coins with rare errors, in perfect condition, are particularly coveted by collectors. And now, think about this: there's a very small group of passionate collectors who are constantly on the lookout for rare and unique coins, especially ones that feature significant minting errors. When they come across a coin like this, they're willing to pay a premium price to add it to their collection, and when you combine rarity, condition, and demand, you get the potential for a coin to be worth millions. And that's exactly what's happening with the 2001p 5-cent coin. Now that we know why these coins are so valuable, let's talk about how you can spot a rare 2001p nickel that might be worth a fortune. The first thing to look for is the die crack or double struck effect. On a typical 2001p nickel, you should be able to spot the crack or the doubling in the design. The most noticeable areas to check are Jefferson's portrait, where the crack may appear across his face, and the text on the coin, like the word Liberty or the date 2001. When a coin has been double struck, you'll notice that the features are offset slightly, creating a blurred or double image. These types of errors are typically found on only a handful of coins, so if you find one, you could be sitting on a goldmine. It's also essential to inspect the overall condition of the coin. If the die crack or double strike error is clear, and the coin is in near mint condition, it's definitely worth getting it appraised by a professional coin dealer or grading service. So, what does this all mean for you? Well, if you've ever found a 2001p nickel in your spare change, there's a chance it could be one of these rare, high-value error coins. But remember, not every 2001p nickel will be worth millions. The key is finding that rare die crack or double strike error, and ensuring the coin is in great condition. If you think you found one of these valuable coins, don't just toss it into your coin jar. Have it professionally evaluated, and you could be sitting on a small fortune. The world of rare coins is full of hidden treasures, and the 2001p 5-cent nickel is just one example of how a simple mistake can turn a modest coin into something worth millions. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed learning about the 2001p nickel and its amazing value, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating coin facts and stories. Who knows, the next time you check your change, you could discover a hidden gem worth millions. To fully appreciate the value of the 2001p nickel, it's important to understand the history and significance of the nickel in the United States. The 5-cent coin has been around for over 150 years, making it a cornerstone of U.S. currency. The first nickels were introduced in 1866 following the Civil War, and they've evolved in both design and composition ever since. But no matter what changes the nickel has gone through, one thing remains the same: its importance in everyday transactions. Whether used in vending machines, parking meters, or just in your pocket, the nickel is one of the most widely circulated coins in America. The 2001p nickel, in particular, stands out in the long history of the coin because of its relatively recent minting and the minting error that occurred during production. This error serves as a reminder of the history of U.S. coinage, a story filled with rare mistakes, design changes, and even wars that have shaped the currency. The Monticello design that's featured on the reverse of the 2001 nickel is also an iconic symbol of American history. Thomas Jefferson's home, Monticello, has been depicted on the reverse of the nickel since 1938, further linking the coin to the Founding Fathers and the birth of the nation. Now, let's explore why coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It can be a highly lucrative investment opportunity. Rare coins, like the 2001p 5-cent coin with its unique die crack or double strike, are not only sought after for their historical significance but also for their potential as valuable assets. For decades, investors have been turning to coins as a stable store of wealth. Unlike stocks or bonds, which can be volatile, the value of rare coins tends to appreciate steadily over time. The rarity of certain coins, combined with their demand from collectors, means that their prices can rise dramatically as time passes. Some people even treat rare coins like they would real estate or precious metals such as gold and silver. The 2001p nickel, in particular, is a great example of how an ordinary coin can become an incredible financial asset. For savvy collectors and investors, finding and purchasing a coin like this can offer high returns, especially if it's preserved in pristine condition. In fact, the market for rare coins has reached new heights over the last several years, with record-setting auction prices for coins like the 1909 SVDB Lincoln cent, 1794 silver dollar, and even rare error coins like the 2001p nickel. You found a 2001p nickel with a die crack or double strike, and you think you might have struck gold. What's your next step? The key is getting your coin graded and appraised by a professional. Coin grading is an essential process that helps determine the quality and value of a coin. Grading is done on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin is. Coins with visible wear and tear, those that have been circulating in the economy, will naturally have a lower grade and therefore a lower value. To get your coin graded, you should consider submitting it to a well-known grading service like Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These companies are recognized worldwide for their expertise in assessing and grading coins. Once graded, your 2001p nickel will be assigned a specific grade that helps define its market value. For rarer coins, such as those with die cracks or double strikes, the quality of the error and the overall condition of the coin play a massive role in determining its worth. Error coins are a special category in the world of numismatics. Over the years, the market has become increasingly fascinated by coins that were produced with defects, which is what makes error coins like the 2001p nickel so valuable. The reason they're so coveted lies in their uniqueness and the story they tell. Error coins like the 2001p nickel represent a snapshot in time of the minting process, a mistake that wasn't intended but was created because of a flaw or irregularity in the die or production process. Collectors find great intrigue in these coins because they are essentially one of a kind, often with features that are impossible to replicate. These coins stand as a testament to human error and the imperfection of mass production, giving them a fascinating allure. It's not just the rarity of the coin that makes it valuable, it's the history behind it. A coin that was accidentally produced with a die crack or double strike becomes a piece of American history in its own right, carrying a story of how it came to be. If you've discovered that you possess a rare 2001p nickel and you're wondering how to cash in on your find, there are a few options available to you. The world of coin auctions and private sales is vast, and you can sell your coin either through a public auction house or directly to a private collector. The best place to sell your rare coin will depend on the rarity of the coin, the market demand, and your personal preferences. Some famous auction houses, like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and Sotheby's, specialize in rare coins and can help you achieve top dollar for your rare 2001 P nickel. If you choose to sell through an auction house, the coin will be appraised and then placed in an upcoming auction where it will be available to potential buyers. Alternatively, some collectors prefer to sell privately to dealers or other collectors who may be particularly interested in that specific error coin. The 2001 P 5-cent coin is an example of how something as simple as a nickel can carry tremendous value if the right circumstances align. From its initial minting in Philadelphia to its rarity today, this coin is a testament to the fascinating world of coin collecting and how even the smallest errors can lead to the most remarkable finds. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone looking through their spare change, keep your eyes open for coins with minting errors, especially those with clear die cracks or double strikes. Who knows? You could be holding a coin worth millions. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the world of rare coins. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more exciting discoveries in the world of numismatics. Happy hunting, and best of luck finding your next treasure.